So here are this is the oil pump gear that comes from Boundary. They're actually Boundary oil pump gear. Let me try to zoom in on the part number so you can see that. All right. Came packaged pretty well. Looks like there might be a slight, like a tad bit of oil or something like that on the inside, which I assume, so it's not metal to metal. Kind of prevents rust, I guess, if there's some type of moisture inside. Crankshaft sprockets. All right. Let's see the part number. These will be installed tomorrow. Like I was saying, can't freaking wait. For those of you who don't know, supposedly this is the weak spot, you know, in Coyote motors, and the Voodoo engines as well. So it's a interchangeable part. You know, Ford used the same exact part on each vehicle. Just in case you were wondering, because I know when I first started out researching, I was, you know, everything I found said that, you know, it's a weak spot on the Coyotes, you know, and then I felt like people were just saying that it was a weak spot on the Voodoo engines just because, you know what I mean? But I hadn't, you know, since, you know, Shelbys are fairly new, I guess. I don't know if you want to say that or not, but there wasn't too much information. All right. But I guess it's kind of confirms things, showing, seeing that they're the same part, you know, same part number used on both engines. So obviously they're both the weak point. So this is the first step, you know, before you boost your engine or your vehicle. This is the very first step. At least I recommend it to be a first step. They're cheap. I mean, Boundary, I get everything for the most part from Lethal Performance. But, you know, I mean, they're cheap. You know, so they had this Boundary package together on Lethal Performance, and I think it was like $270 or $280, something like that. But you get both. Okay. Boundary is a really good company. A lot of people recommend it over, you know, other brands like MMR, etc. You know, but you can't go wrong with any of them. I mean, as long as they're billet, you know, and they're made properly, you're good. In fact, you know what, the Boundary actually sends their, and I don't have the sheet, I threw it away, but Boundary actually sends their oil pump gears with a spec sheet. All right, because everything needs to be within a certain spec. So they actually measure things out for your specific gear, and they'll actually send you a spec sheet showing that everything is within spec. All right, so that's awesome. You can't beat that. I know somebody's gonna ask me, why do I use Lethal Performance? Lethal Performance, man, like honestly, let me try to pull up their website here without doing too much. Lethal Performance is decent, man. Like, they actually have a lot of good deals going on. Okay, my computer's running slow since I'm uploading this video, but they have a lot of good deals going on pretty often, especially during like Black Friday, Christmas season, things like that. And the guys that actually run Lethal Performance, like Jared, for instance, is very active in like Facebook groups. All right, so you know, if I post something in a Facebook group, you know, one of the Shelby GT350 groups, you know, he's gonna respond like, hey, listen, I got this, you know, on Lethal Performance, you know, here you go. You know, I actually got my Pro Charger from them during their Black Friday specials. Now, they didn't actually have a deal, quote unquote, on on the Pro Chargers for Black Friday. They had like VMP and Whipple, all that type of stuff. They had, you know, deals like 15% off, things like that, you know. But I, you know, I had to let them know I want a Pro Charger, you know what I mean? So, you know, they actually gave me a deal, you know, sent me a quote that ended up being right on my online account. And so I'll be able to click on there, look at the quote that they sent me, and I can accept it and buy it right from there. You know, and it was actually, I'm not going to tell you the price, but it was actually a substantial amount off, you know. So that's why I actually went with that. So Lethal Performance, I mean, they're good people over there. They have good, you know, content on YouTube as well. So if anybody wants these, I'm not gonna ever use these. I actually might, the Pro Charger little decals. I actually might take this one and probably put it up in a garage somewhere. But other than that, I mean, I'm not gonna use this, to be honest with you. So if anybody wants it, just let me know. You pay for shipping and it's yours, okay? All right, so the garbage stink, man. But it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Gotta go down, take the Shelby to get the oil pump gear and crank sprocket installed. It's gonna be a very eventful day. So throw that in there. Yeah, so I'll catch up with y'all here in a second. All right, so got some goodies for you. We have the QA1 carbon fiber drive shaft. I'm actually gonna have this installed here in a second. It's in really good condition. It's used, only has about maybe 100, 150 miles on it. Really good condition. Here's the shaft. For those of you who don't know, it comes color coordinated, all right? So the bolts, which I'll show you here soon, can align where necessary, because balance is everything, all right? So you have green, orange, and blue, all right? You got 6 bolts. Let me show you on here. So if you can tell, that's the orange, green next to it, and there's blue down there, and then the other bolts as well. So I got that from a guy who's actually going to the the Fat House Fabrications, I think either the 1000 RR or the 1200 RR or whatever package, twin turbo package. So that's what he's moving to with the Motec, I guess the M150, I believe, system, which is awesome. So also got some the Injector Dynamics injectors from him. These are in awesome condition. Like, he said they only have about 50 miles on them or so. But look at that. Like, that is awesome. I'm literally not even gonna change the O-rings because they're in such good condition. So I'm not gonna have to worry about that. I might order, obviously some O-rings anyway, just to try to put this in here, sorry. Just to, kind of ensure that we have those on deck in case of anything. They're plug and play as well, okay? So those are the adapters for them. Just got to change everything else out, so good to go there. All right, so just kind of want to get you guys updated on what we have. All right, so I do not have my GoPro with me, so I'm just gonna use this iPhone. I'm here at the shop, just picked up the Shelby. Haven't driven her at all. I'm actually just got in. As I said before, I brought it here to get the oil pump gear and crank sprockets put in, and the carbon fiber drive shaft. So everything went well as far as the oil pump gear, carbon fiber drive shaft. Also got an oil change as well. Oh, they actually put a sticker in here. That's pretty cool. So I actually got an oil change as well, because I guess some coolant, drips into the oil pan when you're doing this, changing the oil pump gears and everything. So was not able to get the carbon fiber drive shaft put in because, as I mentioned before, I bought it used, and I forgot to get the adapter for it, so the adapter is at Fat House Fabrications right now, so I'm actually going to pick that up right now. And this will actually be pretty cool because I've never actually seen their facility. So that's what I want to do. So have the drive shaft here in the car, but I'm about to test it out, man. Like he says everything drives really well. That's the most important part anyway. That's what I really wanted. Because like I said, you know, we're about to boost this thing. So that was most important. Worst case scenario, I'd keep the, you know, stock drive shaft on. You know, I might actually do that shit anyway until it breaks, but I don't know if that's bad thinking or not. But yeah, or I'll just take it to a shop, you know, because they have a DIY. I forget what it's called, but it's like a DIY place where you can actually rent a lift. I think it's like maybe 20 bucks or something like that for an hour. So I might just go put the drive shaft on myself if I can get some time to do that here soon. So anyway, it's just a quick update. I'll let you know how it rides. Oh yeah, the car feels amazing, you know. Obviously it's a placebo effect, you know. Every time you you know, get an oil change or, you know, any type of work done to your vehicle, you know, it's like you feel like, you know, the vehicle took like a sensu bean or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I mean, everything is cool, you know. I've been running her pretty hard. I'm actually just now starting to slow down. I'm surprised my oil temp is only at 187. It was just at 200 something. Because I've been I've been kind of going ham a little bit, but yeah, everything works great, you know. So I guess next video, you know, we'll try to see. Hopefully, you know, the JPC Racing fuel system, you know, comes in. Hasn't shipped just yet, you know, but like I said, you know, they actually, you know, assemble everything. So it's a fully assembled system. You know, all the relays are wired, all the fittings, you know, are, you know, attached and everything, so you don't have to worry about anything. So I figured it would take a little bit to get everything done. All the fuel lines, everything's cut, so it should fit exactly, basically perfectly, you know, so because it's meant for this vehicle. So I guess I'll see y'all next video, man. We'll see